I think that's why I talk about it when I'm drunk. I can't let it in when I'm sober. I remember being surprised at my own words as I watched the concrete disappearing underneath my feet with each step forward that hungover morning. That's that, I thought to myself, and I remember the way I could feel Courtney's eyes on my profile in those moments. She had never thought of it that way, I guess. I don't really think I had either. I don't think I ever actually took the time to consider why I drank so much back then. I think I just drank. God, for as young as I was, I drank like 100-pound hunter-ess. The previous night had been no different. I remember her saying my name, and I answered. She didn't say anything. We kept walking. Those conversations always ended that way. I didn't mind it, though, the silence. It was the kind of silence that was welcome to stay. The comfortable kind, almost soothing. Sometimes that type of silence is necessary. She looked so different then than she did now, hunched over and broken on the bathroom floor beside me. Another stream of mascara tears were released from her soggy, stained eyes, and I watched them getting trapped in her lips during another drunken tangent. It used to be me on the ground. It used to be me that found satisfaction in the bottle of whatever 40% alcohol I had chosen for that night. The bottle that would be empty before anyone else had even reached the halfway point of theirs. My reflection was staring accusingly back at me in the dirty mirror. It was nauseating, the way I never saw what I was doing, the reality I was drinking from. I remember how I had the answers back then. My logic seemed okay. I seemed okay, because I only ever broke my plastered smile with realism when I was too drunk to feel it. Courtney was a tear wiper then. She knew just as well as I did that eventually it would all come out in a mascara river overflow of pent-up energy that no dam could withhold. She knew it would happen in the wrong place at the wrong time at the bottom of a bottle. She never dared to question my drunken tangents. She knew their cause. It was the same every time, whether I admitted it or not, and in the rare occurrence that I did mention the villain that made drugs and liquor my saving grace, it would only be if I had had enough to drink and I couldn't even feel the words as they escaped through my chapped lips into the air the way hers were now. Once those bad boys were out, they were out for good. Usually I could pretend I didn't remember in the morning. She would do the same tomorrow, and while her flooding was nowhere near as destructive as mine used to be, I was thankful for the diluted version of myself that I was seeing in her. I don't think I could cradle the full amount, but in watching Courtney now crying on the floor and smudging black across her cheekbones, I finally got to witness the terrified hot mess I had spent the last years recovering from. I can't let it in when I'm sober. My own words rang back through my mind. I knew she hadn't let it in yet, but I knew it would lurk inside her until she did. When it did, she would erupt and it would flood out. I'd let her drink until then. That's why I talk about it when I'm drunk. Sometimes poison helps numb a harsh reality. I'd let her rub alcohol on her wound until it drew the infection out.